Welcome back to Wayne Thiebaud Lollipops, Creating Your Masterpiece, Part 3. As a reminder, we are referencing Wayne Thiebaud's Six Lollipops painted in 1964 for inspiration for our work. By now, you should have completed steps 1 and 2 on unlined white paper. Once steps 1 and 2 are complete, you're ready to start working on the base. For the base, you are required to do this in colored pencil. You should choose at least 2 colors in order to create value along the edge of the lollipop stand. You should have a darker value or colors that are in the background, and it should fade and get lighter as it goes to the foreground. Also, at the bottom, you should have a harder edge of the color that you choose, followed by a softer, whiter edge that's below it. Obviously, I just did this before I did the background and the table, so it was easy to keep it white. The next thing that you're going to do is going to be the wall in the background. You can choose whatever color that you want for this piece. You may use marker or colored pencil. I used markers for mine. The one thing I needed to be careful about is that when I was putting on all the vertical lines that you can kind of see, be careful that your marker would pick up some of the colored pencil and it could cause it to smear, which is pretty unforgiving, and there's nothing you can really do to fix it. I guess you'll have to find a creative way to fix it. So watch out for that. I put all these lines on in yellow. I had my marker running vertically. When you start the table you can use, again, colored pencils or markers. I chose markers for mine. I started off putting all of the colors on horizontally. When I got done with that, I realized that there was a lot of spots that didn't look too filled in. So I went back over my lines, actually 2 more times, and then I did some cross hatching. So I put my lines on horizontally, then I put my lines on vertically, and that gave me a darker appearance, and it gave it a little bit of a texture, which I liked. I can still see my shadows that were done, but if you need to go back in and you need to add a little bit more blue into those with colored pencil when you're done, feel free to do that. So the 2 colors that I picked were yellow and violet, and I picked those because those are complementary colors. If you look at this color wheel, yellow and violet naturally go together because they sit directly across from the wheel, on the wheel. Another color scheme I could have picked could have been red and green, or I could have picked orange and blue. Wayne Thiebaud uses orange and blue for his. If you'd like to incorporate an intermediate color, maybe red violet's your favorite color, like it is mine, I could have used yellow green. But again, you need to pick the combination that you think is going to work best for your project. So for homework, I need you to complete the base, the table, and the wall. Sometimes I call the wall the background. And I will also need you to make sure that you put your signature on your work. Your signature should not be too overwhelming. The focus of the image is your work, not your signature. So I put mine subtly over to the right, and that will conclude your Wayne Thiebaud lollipop lesson. Make sure that it's looking its best before you hand it in.